Hi everyone, it's Nandi. Welcome back to Vibrant Authentic Living. Guess what this is? What is this? What fruit is this? As usual, I am sharing with you, we have tons of videos about fruits, particularly the tropical fruits found here that I have in abundance in my native tropical island of Jamaica. So this big guy here is the jackfruit. Smell that, smell it. Ooh. The jackfruit has a powerful smell. Powerful smell. You will smell it. I'm not gonna say miles away. That would be overdoing it. But trust me, you can smell it from a good way away. Now, here we have the pegs. The pegs have been removed. See that? The pegs have been removed. So this is the jackfruit with the pegs intact. And listen, I think this is the biggest fruit. I think the jackfruit is the biggest fruit. This is like 1/8 of the fruit that this came from. If you notice, the skin is very rough and gritty. See that? Very rough, very gritty there. So this is like it was cut in half, then cut in half, then cut in half. It's 1/8. So you can just imagine the monster that this came from. And what we do is we pluck the pegs, and then it will end up looking like this. Now these are the seeds. These are the seeds. And in Jamaica, some persons actually roast the jackfruit seed and eat it. So the jackfruit is the seed is very starchy. So when you roast it, it swells, it actually bursts, right? When you put the seed, I tried once to do it in the toaster oven and it was a disaster. It's like it's kind of exploded in. I got a couple of jackfruit seeds and I put them on a metal container in the toaster oven. They were roasted, but because they expand so much when they are ready, it was a mess. So what I think people do, they do it on the wooden fire outside. You just build your fire, put the seeds in and roast them, just like how you would roast yams or but whatever tube or anything you're roasting, that's how they roast it. And then they just cool it, peel it and eat it. Some persons actually cut it up when it's roasted, cut it up, season it. And let me tell you, I tried that once. I roasted the jackfruit seeds, cut it up, seasoned it with some onions and curry and turmeric, curry powder. It tasted so good. It does taste good. You can try it. But nowadays and for some time, I've been moving away from cooking so much and focusing on the raw food. So I wouldn't go through the trouble now of roasting the jackfruit seeds, even though it did taste good. I'm telling you, it tastes good when you season it properly. Moving away from that now and focusing more on the raw foods. right? But just throwing it out there to let you know that some persons have the jackfruit seed like that, and it provides a lot of carbohydrates. The fruit itself, now these are the pegs that have been plucked and the seeds removed. The fruit itself also has lots of carbs, but in the form of simple sugars, right? Also loaded with vitamins. As usual, you know, most fruits, particularly the tropical fruits. Now you want to make sure that you remove, there are certain parts of the jackfruit, because it can be a very stainy fruit to handle, right? So you have some strings like these, you have to make sure you remove them because they are very tough if you try to eat them, or even if you try to blend them. When you're blending the jackfruit, like in your juices, if these strings are left, any of this part is left behind, the strings, it will still be very tough. Not even because my NutriBullet is very powerful, and if any strings get away in it and that I didn't see, I still like I have to be chewing it when I'm drinking the juice, right? So the pegs, now when you remove the string and everything, now this is absolutely delicious. I love jackfruit so much. I remember once I was heading home, waited so long at the bus stop, you know, because the bus took a while to come, and I waited so long at the bus stop, and I finally got a bus. Actually had to be standing up. The bus was loaded. For those who are familiar with the bus system in Jamaica, you know what I'm talking about. Loaded, and on the bus going home, only to look through the window and saw this vendor selling jackfruit, and believe me, I came off the bus in the middle of nowhere, knowing fully well that I might never get another bus for another couple of hours. But oh my, it is so sweet. I had to get that jackfruit that day. I came off the bus just for the jackfruit. That's how much I love this fruit. And not many people blend the jackfruit, but I certainly do. So when I'm blending it, I tend to combine it with other fruits like mango, banana, papaya, and none of those fruits need to be strained, right? Including the jackfruit. So I just blend it out, completely blend it out, and just serve it. No sugar, no honey added, because all these fruits, usually those fruits that I combine the jackfruit with are very sweet anyway. And even if they weren't, I just don't like adding even honey to my juices. Definitely no sugar, absolutely no sugar. The only thing I would add honey to is like if I'm making sorrel juice, or tamarind, because you know the tamarind is very, very tart, very tangy, sour. So I will put some honey when I'm making tamarind juice, sorrel juice, and if I'm making my sea moss, for example, combining it with hemp seed, I might put a little honey in there as well. So if I'm not blending, I'm having my jackfruit just as is, right? Just as is. It's very sweet, it's very fibrous. You have to make sure you chew properly, or you might tend to swallow whole pieces. have to take your time and chew. So it can be stainy. So what they do when they just cut the jackfruit, they'll rub, like they have two pieces. What they'll do, they'll rub it against each other like this, and it will make the stain accumulate in one place, and then they just remove the stain. But even after that, right, so you pluck it out like that. When you're about to remove the pegs, it still can make your hand stainy. Alright, so when you finish, you have to give your hand a good scrub. When you're done eating your jackfruit, you have to give your hand a good scrub. Have a last look. So delicious. If you've never tried it, try to get your hand on some jackfruit. Very tasty. If you'd like to support the channel, just follow the link below. There's a Patreon link. You can go on over to Patreon and become a supporter of the channel. You know, help us to continue to do this work, to spread the word, so more persons can come on board and start taking their health in their own hands, start taking advantage of the abundant fruits that nature has provided for us in perfect form. All the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, the water in the right combination, in a way that we can utilize it. You know, our bodies were made to utilize certain foods, and when we eat the foods that were not made for us, we tax the system too much, because our body has to compensate and try to find a way to utilize the things that it was not naturally made to utilize. The fruit, on the other hand, was made just for us. Easily digested, easily absorbed, easily utilized, light on the system. Right guys, if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Just subscribe to Vibrant Authentic Living and press that bell so you'll know whenever new videos come out. Drop me a comment, let me know how you feel about this lifestyle. You know, if you have any questions about juicing, fasting, meditation, anything like that, share the video so others may benefit. Until next time, this is Nandi checking out, and I'll see you in the next video.